Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Number Patterns. We are here to talk about these questions, uh, combination question. This is part four of the Number Pattern series. I hope you have actually viewed the last three videos because if you have not, you might have problem following the formulas that I'm going to use. So if you have not, please go and visit the three videos first and watch them. All right, now this question, there are four questions I'm going to go through today. These four questions I take it from other schools' prelim papers. So they are, I would say, of a certain standard and quite difficult. And which because I call them combination questions, because it's not as a simply just constant difference or simply just constant multiple. It could be a combination of both, and I'm going to show you how big a difference it can make. All right, so now let's approach this question. The first five terms of a sequence are given below. So you can see that it's all fractions. And then you realize that it's not a constant multiple because if you try to multiply, it doesn't seem to have a constant multiple at all. Of course, you can try using a calculator if you want to. You can try and press. It wouldn't mix. It's not. And then so the only way that is left is to split it up into the numerator and the to look at the numerator and the denominator separately. So if you look at the numerator, what happened to my pen? Okay, if you look at the numerator, 3 to 7 to 11 to 15. Oh, I think we see a common difference, right? There's a common difference sequence here. So here is a plus 4. Then you jump to another plus 4. And you jump to another plus 4. And you jump to another plus 4. So on top we have a common difference sequence. Below, it's a bit harder to see, but it sure doesn't look like common multiple. So I'm just going to go ahead. If we multiply by 4, and multiply by 4 again, it's going to give you 32. So it cannot be a common multiple. So the only difference, it can be plus or minus. So we're just going to try to see what is the plus. So we plus 6 here, plus 10. From the third to the fourth, this is plus 14, right? Yes, 14. And then the last one, we actually add 18. Okay, and it becomes clear. This is an increasing difference with a difference of the difference as 6 to 10 is plus 4. Okay, so our numerator is a common difference with a difference of 4, and our new denominator is a increasing difference. All right, with a difference of the difference as 4. So now, part A didn't ask me to find the n term, so I'm just going to go in and do the next two term first. So following the sequence, I add another 4 will give me 23. And the denominator, I need to add another 4 to the 18 plus 22, which will give me 72. And then I add another 4 on top, give me 27. And 72, 22 need to add 4 again, so it's 26. I add 26 to 72 and it should give me 98. So the two answers here, you'll just be 23 over 72 and 27 over 98. Now you don't have to do any working here because they said right down. But obviously you need to do some calculation of your own, right? So that's it. Now the k term is 47 over 288. Find k. Okay, in this case, we can actually just focus on the numerator or the denominator. In this case, I'll focus on the numerator because it's easier and smaller. Of course, to be safe, after you find a number, you should just check with the new denominator. So I'm just going to take, so you can see that the first term is 3. I'm just going to minus 3 first. So 44, does it mean? It means from the first term, I have increased my numerator by 44. And from the sequence that I see that every term will increase by 4, that means I want to know how many terms it has been. And I'll get the terms 11. Now 11 means I have jumped 11 times, including the first term. That means this is the 12th term. Okay, of course, to be safe, we are very safe student. We want to make sure that our answer is 100% correct. So we'll check the denominator. Now denominator is not so easy to check, but you can just use your calculator and try to press. Okay, you can try on your own and you tell me in the comments below whether this answer is correct or not. Okay, next, find an expression in terms of n for the n term. Ta-da, the final thing that we have always been preparing for. Alright, so earlier on, we have already done our homework. The top is a numerator for with a common difference of n. So we're just gonna do numerator here. Okay. Now, if you still remember, if it's an increment of 4, the formula will look like for constant difference 4n plus c. So we go and find our c. Let's just take any term. I'm just going to take the second term then in this case, second term. So, and the term is 7. So I'm going to put 7 equal to 4 bracket 2 plus c. 7 equal 8 plus c. So c is minus 1. So that means my numerator formula for the n term is 4n minus 1. Okay, I'm just going to draw a line. I need to save space here because not enough space to do the whole thing. Yeah. All right, denominator. Okay. Okay, good. This is great. So I can still see the thing. Now, the denominator, my formula is the increasing difference formula. So Tn, I'm just going to write out first. A plus B bracket n minus 1 plus C over 2 bracket n minus 1 n minus 2. So let's take the... Oh, no, don't need to take anything. This one is different. Okay, so the first term is 2 plus B, which is the first difference. In this case, is 6 bracket n minus 1. And our C is the difference of the difference, which is 4. Okay, and we just need to simplify this and we'll get the formula for our denominator. So this is 6 or not B? Oh, it looks like B to me. Okay, let's scroll down a bit. We don't need the number anymore. So 2 plus 6n minus 6 plus 2 bracket. I'm just going to do this. Open up the rainbow. N square minus 3n. No, it's not. It is. Plus 2 equal 2 plus 6n minus 6 plus 2n square minus 6n plus 4. Notice the 6n will cancel each other. So I write my 2n square first. 2 minus 6 plus 4. Oh, the number also cancel itself. 2 minus 6 give minus 4. Minus 4 plus 4 0. So it's just 2n square. Of course, we don't go blindly. No, sorry. That's only for the denominator. So what is our final formula? My formula should be 4n minus 1 over 2n squared. This should be our formula. But of course, we put it to a test. But I'm very confident, so I just write it in first. Okay. Tn, because remember it's a formula. Now, let's just put it to the test. Let's take the third term. Our third term is 11 over 18. Just keep that in mind. And then we're going to sub n as 3. Okay, I'm just going to sub n as 3. So T3 is equal to 4 times 3 minus 1 over 2 times 3 square. 12 minus 1, 11. 3 square is 9. 9 times 2, 18. Okay, and just look back in case you forget, 11 over 18. The formula is correct. Okay, next question. Let me just zoom out a bit. For those who might want to attempt this question on your own. Oh, sorry, over zoom. Okay. Okay, like that. That's all the question. For those people who want to actually attempt this on your own, you can pause the video now, finish it, and then resume, and then check answer with me. Okay? So hope you got it. Now, okay, let's continue. Okay, if you look at this question, you can see that actually the setter have actually break it up for you. So they are very kind here. So just start off first lah. You don't need to find the Tn immediately. Just find T5. So the next progression automatically T5 from the number in front actually increases by just 1. So instead of x square become 9 square minus, and it will be subtracted by every time you increase by 4. So this one will be 34. So 9 square 81 minus 34 will give you 47. Okay, feel free to check with your calculator. Show that the n term of the sequence is given by this. Okay, so basically they are very nice to you. This is more or less the standard of O level because they don't throw into the deep end and let you sink. Sometimes they just give you this so that you can still continue to do part C with this formula even if you did not manage to get part B. Okay, so do not throw the part C marks away. Okay, so let's try to get this. Now, how are we supposed to do this? Look, they have actually give you hints. So Tn, if you look at these numbers, is always 4 larger than the n. Okay, T1, T2, T3, T4, that is the n. So it's always 4 bigger than n. So if I write it down in algebra, it will be n plus 4, and then I square the number. So it's very simple. So all we have left to do is just this second part of the sequence, which is what we subtract. So you just need to work out this part and then minus off, put it into the main formula and we get it. Okay. Otherwise, if I were to, let's just say I use a different color, if they were to give you this 7, 14, 23, and 34 directly, then it will just be a increasing difference question. You know, for those students who never actually gets the formula I give them, or didn't bother to find out our patterns and then try to solve, it will be very difficult for them to solve. Okay, so this is a good question. They are very nice. They are very merciful. All right, now let's get to work. Okay, so 18, 22, 26, and 30. Now you can see there is an increment of 4. Okay, and then let's work back our knowledge, our memory. The formula is Tn equal 4n plus c, right? So just take the fourth one, maybe 30 equal 4 bracket 4 plus c. So c is equal to 14. So the formula for this part is just 4n plus 14. Okay, what do you do next? This is the part where you're supposed to minus. So you put it behind. Minus. Put bracket, of course. 4n plus 14. Okay, this is not the form that they want. So simplify it. Okay, I'm just going to write it again here. N plus 4 square minus bracket 4n plus 14. Go and simplify. Use your manipulation skills. So n square plus 8n plus 16 minus 4n minus 14. Okay, n square still stays. 8n minus 4n, so it's plus 4n. Plus 16 minus 14, so plus 2. Okay, I have exactly what they want. Oh, and they say want to show, so I just bracket here. Shown. Okay, next. Determine and explain if 962 is a term of the sequence. Very simple. If you see this kind of question and you already have the formula, you just need to go and solve for n. So I'm just going to put 962 equal to n squared plus 4n plus 2. So I bring 962 over to the right side. 0 equal to n squared plus 4n minus 960. And you get yourself a quadratic equation. Now, this quadratic equation, because they most likely cannot be factorized. Of course, you can go and try, but don't waste too much time here. My advice is use your calculator function, the quadratic function, press it in and get the numbers. So what you should get negative 33.048 or 29.048. Now we are doing number sequence, so n cannot be a negative number. This one is outright reject. And then you get this. This is also not correct. Why? Because n must be an integer. So since, you see, they ask you to determine and explain, you must have an explain portion. Since n is not a or an integer, therefore 962 is not part of the sequence. Here we go. Okay, sorry, I forgot to mention because I've done this so many times. Uh, Once you get the n term formula, in this case, because they ask you to show, this is the only reason why I never check, because it was given to us and it's just asked us to show. Otherwise, every time you get the n term formula, please test it one time. Okay, now next question. Same thing. I'm going to okay, this is the whole question. I'm just going to just going to flash it here. Please stop the video. Try on your own first, and then check with me for the answer. Okay, here we are. Now, find expression in terms of n for the area added on day n. Now, total area and area added is different. Area added, you only read this row. So, what is the sequence? The sequence is 1, 5, 9. Okay, it's a bit short, but maybe we want to just take one more, but I think don't need lah. Fine enough. 1 to 5 is a plus 4, and then you plus 4. Okay, I think that's fair enough. Just a plus 4 plus 4. Okay, and this is a constant difference. So Tn equal to 4n plus c. Just take the third term maybe. 9 equal to 4 times 3 plus c. 9 equal to 12 plus c. So your c is 12 go over minus, so it's minus 3. So your formula is Tn equal to 4n minus 3. Of course, on the side, please go and check one time. 4, let's take the second term. 4 times 2 minus 3. 8 minus 3, you'll give me 5. Is it 5? Yes, it's 5. Okay, so I've got this. Next, I want the total area of the flooring in terms of this. Now, again, you can see in this question, they are giving you a bit of help. They give you the format. They don't just say find the expression or find the n term formula and then they don't just give you anything. You're supposed to think for yourself what format it could be. Now, the purpose of giving you this format is at least you can use this format to do simultaneous equation if you do not know how to find the formula directly. What do I mean? Now, first thing, let's just get the total area first. How to get the total area? Let's take the length times the breadth. So the first one is just 1. Second, day 2 is 3 times 2, you get 6. Of course, you can also take 1 plus 5. No issue. Okay, day 3 is not 5 times 3 give you 15. Okay, and so on. Now, this is a plus 5. This is a plus 9. Okay, if we were to it's a bit hard to just look at this like that and then be very sure this is an increasing difference, and the increasing difference, the second level, the difference of the difference will be constant. We can't judge that, so we actually have to find one more. 1, 3, 5, it becomes 7, right? The length, and it should become 4. So 7 times 4 will give me 28. What's the increment now? Is it 13? Yes, it's 13. So I can see that this is a plus 4 plus 4. So it's my kind of increasing difference. You can use the third type of my formula. Okay, but in here, you don't really need to. In fact, I wouldn't use my formula here. What I would do, I would take the first term. What does first term means? N is equal to 1. So first term, just draw one line, means n is equal to 1. So it's just a plus b, correct? If you sub n as 1. And the term is 1. That means a plus b is equal to 1. And this is my equation 1. Take the second term. That means n is equal to 2. A2 square, which is means 4a, plus b times 2, which is 2b. And what is the value of the term? Is 6. And this is my second equation. You can see it becomes a simultaneous equation. Alright, and I think this is easier to solve. Or to some of you, you might be more comfortable with this because, well, we are also well trained in simultaneous equation. So why not? I'm just going to do this. So I'm just going to make this into b equal 1 minus a. So maybe you call this equation 3. Sub it inside here. So 4a plus 2 bracket 1 minus a equals 6. 4a plus 2 minus 2a equals 6. Oh my god, running out of space. 4a minus 2a, 2a. The 2 come over, so it's 4. So a is 2. So if a is 2, sub a equal 2 into 3. Equation 3. So b equal to 1 minus 2 minus 1. So your formula will be 2, which is a, 2n square minus 1n, which is minus n. So this is your formula. Okay. As a challenge, maybe you can try using my increasing difference formula on this sequence here and see if you can get 2n square minus n after you simplify it. Okay, and leave your comments in the comments below. Okay, can an area of 780 meters square of flooring be completed in 3 weeks? That's easy. So first thing you must tell yourself, either you put in 780 and then you try to find n, or 3 weeks is how many days? 21 days. Put it into the n and see how many meter square of flooring you get, which is easy. So I prefer to do the easier thing. I'll just do this. So Tn, T21 actually, because it's 21 days, is 2 bracket 21 square minus 21. Okay, just press your calculator and it gives me, where is my number? Okay, it gives me 130. No, is it 130? No, it's not 130. It gives me, where's my number? Okay, never mind, I just use the calculator now. Let's try again, never mind. It's good to check what work. Alright, 21 square times 2 minus 21. 861. 861. Okay. So you can cover 861 meter square of flooring in 21 days, which is 3 weeks. So of course, so yes, it can be completed. Okay. If you want to be absolutely correct, I can say you can put a big sign, bigger than 780. So yes, of course. Okay, next question. This is the last one for this video. It's been a long video. Okay, last question. Same thing. Pause the video, try yourself first using your, whatever you learn. And I'll come back. Alright, we're back. So T10. Okay, this is very similar to the last question where they actually break it up for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to observe some patterns. See this number here? 2, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5. So it's already increased by 1. The next number that it multiplied by increased by another 1. So am I right to say if this is 10, this number here will increase by 1, that means it's 11. And the number that you multiply by must increase by 2, which will make it 12. And you always minus 2. So same thing. 11 times 12 minus 2. And it will give you, press your calculator, 130. Okay, show that Tn equal to n squared. Oh, I love such question. I don't even have to check my formula afterwards. It's always correct already. So, of course, in this case, again, you can use my formula to work this out the hard way, but don't. Why do the hard way when they actually provide you an easier way? Use the structure they gave you and use it. So first thing, I know there is going to be this part here, this number, and then they will always be minus 2. So I just go ahead and do it. So Tn, I know I need to increase it by 1. So n plus 1. And I need to multiply with a number that is 2 times the bigger than n. So it's n plus 2. And I minus 2. So you just need to open this up, simplify, and you get n squared plus 3n. So let's do it. N squared plus 3n plus 2 minus 2. Okay, and we have it. So much faster than using my formula, right? I mean, if it's an easier way, use it. And I don't even need to check because this is a show question. Very safe. Be very, you're very assured because it's a show question, you get the exact answer. Nothing is more happier than this, man. Alright, next. Given that TK is 208, easy, same thing. Let 208 be equal to n squared plus 3n. Okay, make it 0. N squared plus 3n minus 208. Okay, give you 0. So again, you have a quadratic equation. Now look at how the question is being phrased. They say there's a value for k. That means it can be factorized. So just go ahead and factorize it. You should get, of course you can use calculator if you want, but I rather to do the normal one. I can practice my factorization. You should get n plus 16 bracket n minus 13. Okay, and n equal negative 16 or n equal 13. Of course, we'll always reject the negative number because it's n. And the answer is 13. So don't leave it as n, please. They want k. So just write here k equal to 13. Okay, this is the end of our video. We have gone through 4 questions today. I hope yes help you in some ways. So anything you need to ask or you want any improvement, please leave it in the comments below. Thank you very much.